The flaw of logic is that it all comes from axioms. But where do those axioms come from? The truth is that we all have to look back to the animal, the origin of humanity and human thought process, to glean the beginnings of logic. There is a purer form of consciousness beyond the false beginnings of the supposed pure logic promoted by philosophy, that of the social animal that evolved to be called human. Goodness comes from the evolutionary process, justice too. We evolve to feel these things, not necessarily think of them intellectually, as sterile objects to be reduced further and further into the doubts of why, but to implicitly and organically understand them as facts of life. Those who possess the moral qualities, a desire to care for kin and cultivate a better condition for all of the tribe, even the entire species, were selected for by the evolutionary process and propagated beyond those without those sensibilities, those sensitivities. They are better suited to survive because of this compassion for other human beings. This process continues today and will continue until our final evolution, our species' great moral evolution, is complete and we are free. That is why it is better to meditate on our biological past and present rather than on an imagined and ultimately unreal vision of mathematics and dissolute logic. Too many philosophers have fallen into the trap of thinking that human beings are rudderless, anchorless thought patterns adrift in a sea of axiomatic thought and without ultimate form. This couldn't be further from the truth. Who we really are, how we came to be here and now, is the biological reality that cannot be denied or ignored by an honest mind. We are enlightened animals, but animals without doubt. This is how we arrived at the crossroads of doubt and questions. And if we genuinely want to understand how and why we are here, why we feel what we feel and think what we think, what reality truly is, freed from any of our own preconceptions, then that is where we have to start. We can't be like Freud and project our own individual beliefs out onto the universe. We have to acknowledge our own experiences, but be aware that they do not reflect the entire species, the entire world. We have to have the stomach, the spine, and the heart to face a world that is defined by the human spirit and the objective laws of nature, and finally recognize once and for all that pure logic is not the answer, and it can never be anything but a fantasy for those who fear the unspoken glory of true human potential. For does it benefit an organism to be obsessed with cause and effect? Understanding, of course, but self-destructively fixated to the exclusion of all else? I think not. The wise organism accepts that what exists is real and doesn't try to endlessly dissect the ephemeral world in a vain attempt to grasp knowledge eternally beyond it.